Hi, welcome to our channel Programming of Mind, where we accelerate your knowledge with concise, from high-value book summaries. Let's begin the dip. Embracing the struggle to find success. Success is not a straight line. It's full of unexpected twists, turns, and, most importantly, struggles. While the idea of struggle might seem daunting, it is actually a vital part of the journey. The deeper the dip, the more significant the rewards on the other side. Embracing the struggle is not about passively enduring hardships. It's about actively engaging with the process, learning from setbacks, and growing stronger through the challenges. Consider the story of David, a young man who always had a love for music but wasn't quite sure how to turn it into a career. David started playing guitar when he was a teenager and spent countless hours practicing, but his progress was slow. After several years of practicing, he realized that becoming a professional musician wasn't as easy as he had imagined. The music industry was highly competitive, and even though David had talent, he wasn't getting noticed. This was his dip, the time when he was putting in the effort, but progress was limited and the future seemed uncertain. At this point, David faced a crucial decision. Many people would have quit, feeling that the struggle was just too great. But David didn't give up. Instead, he chose to embrace the struggle. He started performing in smaller venues, building a fan base one concert at a time. He spent hours refining his sound, working on his songwriting skills, and building relationships with other musicians. While success didn't come quickly, David found that by embracing the struggle, he was growing both as an artist and as a person. David's story shows that the dip is not just a temporary setback. It's an opportunity to learn, to develop resilience, and to push your limits. Struggling through a dip teaches you how to overcome adversity, adapt to challenges, and find creative solutions. It's through this process of facing challenges head-on that you discover what you're truly capable of. In fact, embracing the struggle is often the most important step toward achieving success. The reason the dip is so difficult for most people is because it tests your commitment and your belief in your own potential. When things aren't going the way you expect, it's easy to feel like giving up is the best option. But as the story of David illustrates, this is the moment when growth happens. The struggle becomes part of the success story. Without it, there is no opportunity for greatness. Take the example of Laura, a woman who was passionate about fitness and dreamed of becoming a personal trainer. She spent years building her knowledge and skills, and after completing her certification, Laura was excited to begin working with clients. However, she quickly found that building a client base was much harder than she had anticipated. She faced rejection, negative feedback, and moments of self-doubt. Laura found herself in a dip, a place where it felt like all her hard work wasn't leading to the success she had hoped for. But instead of abandoning her dream, Laura chose to face the struggle. She began offering free sessions to build a following, and she asked for feedback from her clients to improve her services. She didn't take rejection personally. Instead, she used it as fuel to get better. Slowly but surely, Laura's client base began to grow, and her reputation as a personal trainer improved. Her ability to embrace the struggle and keep pushing forward led to success. Today, she runs a thriving fitness business and has helped hundreds of clients achieve their health goals. Laura's story highlights the importance of resilience and persistence when facing the dip. Success isn't about avoiding struggle. It's about embracing it and using it as an opportunity to grow. Every challenge you encounter is a stepping stone that leads you closer to achieving your goals. Without the dip, there would be no opportunity for true transformation. The dip is not just a test of endurance. It's a test of passion. When things are tough, your passion for what you're doing will either carry you through or cause you to walk away. This is why it's so important to be clear about your goals and the reasons you are pursuing them in the first place. Passion fuels persistence. When you're deeply passionate about your work, the struggle becomes more bearable because you are motivated by a greater purpose. For example, take Sarah, a writer who spent years working on her first novel. Despite her passion for writing, Sarah faced constant obstacles. She struggled with writer's block, harsh criticism, and doubts about her abilities. She would sometimes wonder if the struggles were worth it. But Sarah believed in the power of storytelling, and she was committed to sharing her story with the world. She understood that the dip was just a part of the process. As she worked through the challenges, Sarah began to see improvement. After months of revisions and rewrites, she completed her novel, and it was eventually published to critical acclaim. Sarah's story is a powerful reminder that passion is a key ingredient for pushing through the dip. When you're passionate about your goal, the struggle is not something you dread. It becomes part of the journey that makes success all the sweeter. Passion is what drives you when things get tough. It keeps you going when the dip feels overwhelming. Without passion, the dip can feel like an insurmountable obstacle, but with it, the struggle becomes something to embrace rather than avoid. Moreover, the dip is not just about enduring challenges in silence. It's also about learning from the struggle and evolving through it. Every obstacle you face presents an opportunity to refine your skills, build your resilience, and improve your approach. The struggle is what forces you to innovate, to come up with new strategies, and to push beyond your comfort zone. The dip is not a time to settle. It's a time to adapt and grow. Those who succeed are the ones who are willing to evolve through their struggles. Take the case of Ryan, a young entrepreneur who launched an online store selling custom-made furniture. At first, Ryan was optimistic about the potential of his business, but he quickly hit a wall. Sales were slow, and the competition was fierce. He found himself in the dip, questioning whether the business was worth pursuing. However, Ryan didn't give up. He reevaluated his business model, listened to customer feedback, and began offering a more personalized service. He also started experimenting with different marketing strategies, reaching out to influencers and running targeted ads. Slowly but surely, Ryan's sales began to grow. What made Ryan's story successful was his ability to adapt and evolve during the dip. Instead of letting the struggle defeat him, he used it as an opportunity to innovate. He learned from his setbacks and became a better entrepreneur as a result. The struggle helped him become more strategic, more customer-focused, and more resilient. Ryan's business is now thriving, and he attributes much of his success to the lessons he learned during the dip. In conclusion, the dip is an inevitable part of the journey to success. It is the time when your commitment, passion, and resilience are tested. Embracing the struggle during the dip is not just about enduring hardship. It's about using the challenges to grow, evolve, and refine your approach. The dip forces you to innovate, to push past your comfort zone, and to discover new ways to succeed. By embracing the struggle, you not only overcome obstacles, but also develop the skills and mindset necessary to achieve lasting success. Remember, success is not about avoiding the dip. It's about embracing it and using it as the foundation for greatness. Thank you for listening, and please like the video and subscribe for more great upcoming content that will put you in top 1% people in the world.